Hello and welcome back to Fishing North Atlantic. We got two sharks. Um, that's interesting. Never seen two, but anyway, we've got. I figured I'd put a line out. There's seven lines there, and seven on this side. And the reason I've done it this way is apparently you can end up with filling your boat quite quickly. So I figured, well, I'll go with seven, see if I fill the boat, because 500 hooks, yeah. And then these haven't been in that long. If I do fill my boat, I'm hoping I can get to here and back, which would be a 14-hour round trip, which would be 18 hours minus whatever it takes to, plus whatever it takes to pick these up. So we have to take that into consideration. Anyway, you're our long line, and then you two can go on the machine to get this done. Never seen two sharks over that way somewhere. As you can see, our other line's just there. But anyway, we ain't too bothered about that. Maybe the sharks will indicate good fishing. Let's pull it up. Can't within 100 meters of fishing gear. On set, I don't want it to set. Second buoy is on the starboard side. Where the hell is it then? I hate when this happens. It's like a bug I've come across. I've never. Yep. Oh, wait, come back. Let's try that again. It's only making our people a bit more tired of just sitting around doing nothing, even though they're not doing anything. Their stamina still drops because they're out on the deck. It's there we go. Yep, one of them. That's a lot of fish. We'll find out how many we get to pick up. How quick our boat fills. There's 40k. How are you doing? Well, you missed that one. Might have to replace Sadie for somebody with a better stamina, unless her stamina can go up, because right now she's the weakest out of them all for stamina, and he's doing the most work at the moment. These are just standing around waiting for her to finish this line. It'll be a while. Yep, you missed that one. Hopefully we'll get better at this. Unless we do replace her, then it doesn't really matter. I just saw one girl. drop out of the box back into the ocean. Or did she not even swing at one and it just dropped? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, she missed that one as well. So 18. Wow. Yeah. Our boy is all the way over there. We got quite a ways to go, but we'll fast travel to it. We don't want to be sitting there watching and waiting. So, maybe 5,000 hooks is too much. 500 hooks is too much. 5,000 hook line, sorry, is too much. Maybe 2,000 hooks would have been a better choice. If I wanted to drop every line, that was. That means that we won't get to fill. I had to pick all these up before our boat's full. Go figure. I don't get why you'd have 5,000 hooks. The boat can't handle such a big load. I mean, 40,000 isn't a small load, but when you consider how many one line brought in, there's one just dropped again. 24,000. 6,000 on that line, okay. Wasn't so bad then. But we filled over half the boat on 2 lines. Obviously they ain't going to pay as well as tuna and swordfish do, but it's been too bad. Yeah, that looks pretty full. Anyway, this will probably be my last video on this. Just have occasional ones. The reason being is I have a tendency to go from game to game, and there's a bunch of games I actually want to play, and I like to play this and relax, and it's weird. One just dropping. Well, we know you missed that one because you're terrible at hitting every one of them. Not that we could do much better, probably, but unless it's a graphical glitch. Or maybe it's these going slinging a fish overboard that they've messed up in the gutting machine. Who is there? And exactly what are you doing? Yeah, really glad that there's a animation to this. Maybe nice if you could actually see the fish going. Started and coming back out. Anyway, 1,000 on that one. Next. How we doing on stamina? Okay. Lady is getting tired. As usual. So, what? All lines would have been 3 to 4 lines. Is a bit OTT for this boat. Oh, deck. Maybe we should stay here more often because she seems to be hitting them all now. Either that or she realised how full the boat is and is like, yeah, let's fill it up quick so we can get out of here. I can get back to bed. He hasn't missed one yet. Easy. You guys ain't chucking any overboard now? Good. To admit the animations is interesting. Anyway. Almost done. It's like level 3, I believe, on stamina. Yeah. No, not that great. A few more to go. This is definitely going to fill the boat. Literally, storage is full. It was lost. Yeah. I kind of gathered that that would be the case. Right, you can go and rest. You guys, what have you got? Yeah, you've got a ways to go. Alright, well, with you doing that, where are we selling red fish? And Yarmouth, maybe. Lockport is yeah, more likely. Definitely not Digby. So it's Lockport. Okay. Is Lockport. You're Dennisport. You're Lockport. A 9-hour. Yeah. And that might be bad news on the other line. You've gutted them all? Good, you can. No, you haven't gutted them all. Yeah. What have you? Yeah, you've gutted them all. Right. 249,000. We had 10 haddock, 9 pollock, 5 silver hake, 11,338 redfish. Okay. Very people hadn't we in repair. Anything better for hire? Of course somebody decides to come down now as well. Now looking at all of these, sorry about that, but looking at all of these, yeah, the only one is realistically him. He's only stamina 4. We could teach him, but I ain't really gonna. Yes, just go back to our pots. 16 hours in. And there's them yet to pick up. We'll have to pick up we're not setting any, I'm afraid. These will have to wait. Three hours in. Right. Let's get the lights on. There's one of the sharks that we can see. The other one's just ahead of us. There you go. Oh no, it's a swordfish. Okay. Funny thing is, I was watching a documentary on a shark called Submarine, and when you look at these sharks, they've got a scar on their left, below their left eye. Which submarine has that scar? It's a shark based in Africa that they claim is a really intelligent shark and the biggest shark currently ever found, measuring up to 35 feet. Some believe it to be real, others not so much. But the story has it that it was it had been stalking these people for a while, and 15 miles or so on board their boat. And one of the people hit it with a harpoon, which is how it got its scar below its left eye, or above its left eye, even. And upon doing that, it became its trademark thing. It was the way of being identified, and no one shark could ever have the same marking as another shark, effectively. Anyway, you got perfect. Jeez, you are getting better at this. Maybe if your stamina goes up, we'll keep you on board. And this boat had taken 22 passengers to this seal island, which was in the feed zone of great white sharks. They love them. Sharks love their seals, and the captain got too close to some rocks that were just under the surface, damaging the boat, and so he turned back and started sailing back to the mainland. You missed that one, didn't you? And the boat capsized. All but 3 people went into the water. Sharks were swimming around them for a while, and then the rescue, they managed to fire off a flare, which was seen by another captain some miles away, and he reported it and then headed towards them. When they got there, the rescue team got there, the one person had been bitten by a shark. How long before or after being rescued, I don't know. Or before rescued, or how long he'd been bitten prior to that, them getting there, or if he got bitten before, way before they got there. I don't know. But he got bitten, which the experts said should have brought on a feed frenzy, but it didn't. And instead the sharks swam away. Them fearing that a feed frenzy could happen. All these achievements keep coming up, but well, no achievements, it's goals towards the achievements. They quickly started getting the other people out of the water, but the current was separating them slowly. And as somebody was panning with their camera, there was this woman who had attached herself to a one of the boat's float, which is like a big tank that holds the boat, helps the boat float. It's full of air, and you saw the woman go under the water, and the tank get pulled down with her, kind of like Jaws with the movie with the tanks attached to the shark, and he goes under and the tanks go under. But in this case, that all went under, and the expert kept looking at the tape. There was no indication that there was anything there, and he finally caught the glimpse of the shark on the sonar, and the shark wasn't moving. It'd just been sitting there like it was waiting. And the theory is that the shark doesn't need to move to breathe. Well, we all know a great white anyway, needs to swim in order to breathe. and it wasn't swimming, it was just sitting there. But the reports from earlier attacks years before that, two brothers who'd gone swimming, they'd, on their way back up to the surface, got perfect again. Well done. Why is it a perfect ends up with the hitting sound and none of the others do? That one, we didn't hear that one. Anyway, the the boys were on the brothers were on their way back to the surface, and this guy, the one of the brothers, looked back to his brother who'd cut himself prior to that on a propeller blade, but still went into the water, even though it was dangerous, and so they say. They he he looked back and saw the shark sitting below his brother, not moving, directly vertical to him, and he watched the shark come up, take his brother, and swim away. Yeah, and there's been other stories of this. Apparently, a military ship had first spotted the shark on and thought it was another submarine until it swam away and realised it was a fish. How true this shark exists, if it exists, who knows? It would just be a weird how it's only now, or within the last 30 plus years, that anyone noticed it. And a shark of that intelligence that can just sit there and doesn't need to move to breathe. And is 35 feet long. Wouldn't it be taking boats down, not just sitting there waiting for people? And I'm sure it would take more than one person to feed a shark of that size. But the shark in the documentary killed that woman on the buoy, and then supposedly started taking another person, nudging his whatever he was holding on to out further into the sea, away from the others, so he could eat him later on when he digested the woman and was hungry again. But then apparently a video came, or some kind of documentary came out that showed that that was all set up by the Discovery Channel just to put something together. But the expert swears blind that this shark does exist. Whether a shark of that size exists, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if one did, because, you know, the ocean is big enough. A shark of that size you'd see as well. And a shark of that size, its fin would be huge, and you'd easily be able to see that fin sticking out the water. I think I should just get these lines in, shouldn't I? Because by the time I get back, these are going to be no good anyway. And I don't want to lose them. But it would help if I fast traveled to that location before. Plus, maybe one of our people will actually, like Sadie, will actually improve abilities and keep her place on the boat. But it was an interesting documentary until I found out that they'd made a documentary that falsified that particular one. And every time I see the shark in this game, it looks like it's got that like a scar. Yeah, oh yeah, you've got to bring them in because they're all attached, and then throw them back overboard because we can't keep them. you've caught them, of course, apart from the ones that you're obviously going to miss. But at the moment, I'm watching documentaries on the ancient world, most notably at the moment, Caesar and all of his wars, and then the last video is his assassination. I have phases, I go through phases. At one time it was all murder documentaries, and then it was pop sharks, and now ancient Rome. Then again, I did watch all the ancient Greece ones as well. Might start doing videos on humankind. Might. Don't know if I definitely will. I'm not going to say I will for definite, but you never know. And then we can go back into the ocean. Thank you. 13,000 back into the ocean. It's not good. I think I'll just change these lines for smaller ones. After 72 hours, if you don't pick them up, you'll lose them. Fishing type, fishing bait, fishing tools. Autopilot, gutting, long line, fishing. Read somewhere, maybe it was on one of the hint screens, or when the loading screen when it gives you a hint. Maybe it was then. You have 72 hours to pick them up. We put it to the test because it doesn't really matter if we lose them anyway, because we just sell them. You know, we don't care. So we'll just accept if they're still there, then they're still there. 5,000 bucks is a lot. Market. Yeah. We want to sell all of the what's left. Basic. We want to sell all of them. 250, 500, 1,000. Go with the 500. I think we should go with the 500 and bait them and go for redfish again. What ships are at this dock anyway? Okay, only that one. Which is a dragger. Any reason why we that bosun? I wonder if there's more down here. Up there, yeah. So after 72 hours, you'll lose your line. So we got a boat over there, apparently. The Snarset. Okay. Can't go through land. Just see if there's anything there. I'm sure something would have popped up if it was. Okay, well, because the radar on this boat is decent. Ooh. No exposure. So now I was planning on getting out of there. Yeah. You know, maybe something in there. Nope. Okay. That's probably just a fast travel point. Yep. We ain't anywhere near it apparently. This I expect is another fast travel point. Yep. It's all the way up there. Okay. Ooh, that's a big one. So close to that as well. And we'll dock here. Right, let's see. Refuel. Maybe we've done a bit of damage, which seems to happen anyway. And you are not going to be of any use. Grabbing net and long line. Storage of 200,000 kilograms. 6.5 million. Lunar boat, which is a trawling boat. The Atlantic Catcher, which is a crabbing boat. Wouldn't mind there. And long lines, 60 long lines, 10,000 hooks. bringing in 200,000 kilos. 60 lines. Anyway, I think I want to just jump back down to lock. Each boat has different boats available for sale. Yep, I know. So additional crew for weird. Do look at that, and that was the other one, which is another crabbing vessel. Okay. Right, well, in that case, I will lines have gone yet. Almost 2 days to go. 2 days on them. That's fine. The next time I do a video on this will be probably when I've got a new boat. It'll either be a multi-million boat or something. I don't know. But that'll be when, if I do another video, that'll be when it will be. So until then, I will catch you all later, and thank you all for watching. See ya.